Welcome to another episode of the Fit Foodie Podcast. This is the place for plant-based foodies that want to get fit, lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on another episode. We're here. It's a beautiful Thursday. Guys, quick, cool, fun story to share. So one of my students, actually two of my students, my fifth graders, so in my class, just to give a little background, I share a little bit about a policy in my classroom for eating, what kind of food I allow my students to have in my classroom. And the coolest thing happened this week. So for my students, I tell them you're allowed to eat in my classroom as long as it's fresh fruit, fresh veggies, and water. No chips or junk food in my classroom because we want brain food. We want to be able to focus in the classroom. So I tell them you're allowed to bring fresh fruit, you're allowed to bring fresh veggies, anytime you want, as long as they're not messy, like super watery and messy, because we don't want to mess in the classroom. But the coolest thing, guys, I had these students who brought bento boxes, and in their bento boxes, they had a nice little array of grapes and cucumbers, and even a little thing of peanut butter to dip their apple slices in. It was the coolest thing. I had to walk over there and say, "Can I take a picture of this? Because this is cool." And yeah, I'm actually going to share it. I'll post it. I'll post it in my stories later this week. But it was the coolest thing. I just think that's cool. And you know what? It's funny. That's been my policy in my classroom for years. And I always see kids bring the coolest thing, but this is the first time that I see bento boxes, and I thought it was really neat. And that's cool. Please, I encourage my students, eat your fruit, eat your veggies, brain food, food that's going to allow you to stay focused in my classroom and not stuff that's going to bog you down, right? So cool little fun story, guys. So that made my day, that made my week. So guys, in today's episode, we get into the topic of the mindset that will keep you stuck in your fitness journey. Carry this mindset, and it's almost guaranteed that you're going to fail, you're not going to succeed, and you're going to struggle and even go backwards or worse, gain more weight, lose the energy, and it won't be a fun journey at all, guys. This is the mindset that will keep you stuck in your fitness journey. And guys, overall, pretty much it comes down to mindset. This applies to a fitness journey, and not just a fitness journey, but also, any other thing that you want to accomplish in life, any other goals that you have, any area of your life, relationships, health, wealth, career, whatever it is you want to accomplish. It really comes down to mindset and the type of attitude that you carry with you on a daily basis. And the mind, just like a muscle, must be worked on daily daily. You don't sit around and you sit around all day. How do you feel? Tired, lazy, sluggish, even in pain because of just being inactive. And the mind is also a muscle that must be worked every day. And I highly recommend, I've talked about this before in previous episodes, to do some kind of morning routine that works out your mind, and you do some kind of success motivation or routine that allows you to get your mind right first thing in the morning. And ultimately, guys, it comes down to your mindset that's going to determine your success. And this is the mindset I'm going to share with you guys that will keep you stuck. And a lot of times people struggle to lose weight and maintain the weight that they've already lost because of negative beliefs and limiting beliefs and old thoughts that creep in about previous experiences and previous yo-yo dieting and previous challenges and struggles that people have had on weight loss journeys. And it's I'm here to teach you how to change your mindset so that you can see success and have results that are sustainable, things that last, and will allow you to live a lifelong journey of health and good energy and vibrant strength, and especially on a plant-based vegan diet, guys. So it really does come down to mindset. So point number one that I want to talk about really quick is these are the things that this is the mindset and the three aspects of mindset that will keep you stuck. And then I also, guys, my podcast episodes, I love to make them actionable. So you could take away at least one thing that you can walk away with and take action on and see some success. But first we'll get into the three areas of the mindset that's going to keep you stuck forever, right? And you'll never be making progress, or you'll be just walking up a steep hill in your fitness journey. And number one, it's having a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. And that means that you're stuck in your ways, you're not open-minded, and you believe that your body is always going to be overweight or you're always going to have these certain abilities that you grew up with and you don't feel like you can change. And that's called having a fixed mindset. Now, the growth mindset is the opposite. A growth mindset says that you can improve in areas that you maybe were not successful before. A growth mindset means you can get better and do better where you want to improve. A growth mindset means that if previously you didn't accomplish your goal, you can try again and you know you're going to learn from your previous mistakes and do better. So that's the difference between a growth and fixed mindset. And a mindset that's a fixed mindset is going to be one where you're stuck because you're fixing your ways and you don't think it can happen for you. And you feel like success isn't for you. And that simply isn't the case. But with the fixed mindset, you're going to be stuck and you're not going to be able to make any progress at all. So definitely changing a fixed mindset into a growth mindset is going to be a big difference maker. Your abilities and your skills are not predetermined. You can make change and you can grow and be better and improve in the areas that you're looking to improve. And the second area of this kind of mindset that's going to keep you stuck is feeling that you have to be perfect and feeling that everything must be right and things need to be in their proper place before you can move forward and make progress. And you're waiting for the perfect time and you feel like you have to have the perfect meal plan and the perfect workout routine, and you're googling and YouTubing and finding different routines and trying these different things, and you feel like you finally found something, and then you go for it, and then you realize 2 weeks later, you know what, I actually want to try it this way instead because I didn't like that part. And you know what? These meals, and you're just constantly looking for the perfect plan that simply doesn't exist, right? It's all about taking action, and through action, the answers are revealed. That's something that I live by. I used to have a sticker on my computer that had that. And I got a new computer and I don't have it anymore, but it's just a reminder that take the action because you're not going to know everything right away. Take the action, and through action, the answers are revealed. The answers will be revealed by taking the action, and things don't have to be perfect. They'll never be perfect. But by taking the action, you will learn from your mistakes. You will be better every day, and you will get closer and closer to your goal and eventually accomplish your goal and move on to bigger and better goals, right? So you don't need to wait for everything to be perfect, right? So it comes down to really making moves. Stop trying to look for the perfect program, the perfect workout plan, the perfect meal plan. Just make the moves, learn, because if you're stuck in this perfectionism and trying to be perfect, that's another aspect of this mindset that's going to keep you stuck and not make any progress, right? Third aspect of this mindset that's going to keep you stuck and not making any progress, and that's negative self-talk and self-sabotage, guys. Negative self-talk is telling yourself that, you've struggled in the past and so you can't do it anymore, and you've never been able to do this, or, I that's just the way I am, or I've always been this way. And again, that kind of connects to having a fixed mindset and not being open-minded to change. And talking negative to yourself, even, your voice is very powerful, and your actions that you take based on what you speak are very powerful. And if you say, even if you joke around, you feel like you're joking around, you say, oh, I've always been big boned, or I've always carried a belly, then you're programming yourself to always live that way and be that overweight person, unfit person who has low confidence in front of people, or, you know, self-conscious about being, at the beach or at a pool, and you feel like you're always going to be stuck in that ways. And it's really comes down to switching the negative self-talk. And two ways to do that is by speaking the opposite. So for example, instead of, I've just always been, I just never really like not wearing a shirt at the beach or the pool because of the way I look. Switch it around and say, you know what? I'm confidently rocking my swimsuit at the beach. I'm confidently wearing my swim shorts at the pool, and I'm having a good time. And the second way is your internal dialogue, the voice that you don't hear outwardly, but the one that's on the inside, right? So switching those negative self-talk into positive affirmations. Um, other ways to do that is come up with things that describe the goal that you want to achieve and the person that you want to be, and it'll allow you to speak that into existence and say those words as if you were already that person, as if you had already accomplished that goal, right? So negative self-talk is going to hold you back. And self-sabotage, feeling like this also connects to this negative self-talk and self-sabotage, right? Feeling that you doubt yourself, or taking actions that you know don't serve you, but yet you do them anyway. And guys, I'm guilty of that too. I have my episodes where I'll raid the pantry. It's a Friday night and I've had a busy week at work and I just want to come home and have a quick, easy meal. And then I end up snacking, going in the pantry. We all do those moves. I'm guilty of that too. But doing it over and over and over again and doing things that don't serve you is self-sabotage. And maybe if you're like, for me, I'm a chip guy. Yeah, I like my chips. And if there are chips in the pantry, I'm going to go after them. But at the same time, if there's none in there, I don't think about them, out of sight, out of mind. And so self-sabotage for me would be when I go grocery shopping, even though it's not on my grocery list, I still grab chips, or I think about them when they're not there. And it comes down to making small changes, right? So you don't want to be doing those moves that are going to sabotage your effort and your success. So guys, this is the mindset that's going to keep you stuck. And the aspects of this mindset that'll keep you stuck in your fitness journey. Number one is having a fixed mindset, not being open-minded to change and learning new things. Number two, trying to be perfect and having this mindset of perfectionism and everything must be right and everything must be just, I got to have the perfect plan in order for it to work. And then number three, negative self-talk. Guys, all these things combined are like a storm in your mind that just perpetuates negativity and keeps you in that state basically for even for all your life. For some people it's all their lives, and that is a sad situation. I'm hoping that some of the stuff that you hear in these episodes will allow you to see that it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to have a fixed mindset. You don't have to have a perfectionist attitude. You don't have to continue with this negative self-talk and self-sabotage. Now, what I want to get into next, guys, is these are action episodes, right? So I want to get into action that you can do, that you can begin doing now, that will allow you to break free from this mindset, right? Get away from this mindset that is not going to allow you to see success in your fitness journey, right? And number one, so these are 3 action steps that you can do starting now. If you've ever been a victim of this mindset, maybe you have, I know I have. This is what you can do to start making changes for the better. Now, I'm not asking for sweeping changes to like completely rehaul everything, but can you do one of these things? Can you make one of these actions a part of your daily routine? And let's get into it, guys. Number one is to change the way you look at challenges and setbacks. Reframe them in a different way, right? Have the attitude of like, you know what? There's a seed of benefit in this challenge, in this struggle, and I'm going to find it. Or ask yourself a question like, what is this? What is this trying to teach me? What can I learn from this, right? See mistakes and challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. And this kind of breaks you free from that fixed mindset, right? Because you learn and grow and are open-minded to them. And just know that you're going to face challenges and there'll be hard, difficult days and times when you feel like you can't do it, but see those as opportunities to grow. And it's part of the journey. Embrace it, right? So it really comes down to changing your attitude over these things that you might consider hard or difficult, right? And number two is to set realistic and achievable goals, right? So I've talked in previous podcast episodes of the 5 areas, the 5 basics that, in my opinion, will get you the most results, sustainable results. And these are the foundation of any successful fitness journey. And that's fitness. So the training that you do, your training, your nutrition, the food that you're eating, your mindset, which is what we're talking about here, your sleep, what kind of sleep are you getting, quality, and then your cardio or steps, the amount that you're walking every day, right? Now you can set small goals in one of these areas. You don't have to set major goals like, I want to lose 50 pounds in the next 6 months, something that seems daunting. Set small, achievable goals, guys. Make them realistic. Like, maybe it's lose 10 pounds in the next 60 days. Very doable, very realistic. If we're talking about those 5 areas that I just mentioned, maybe it's, walking an extra 1,000 steps. Maybe you have a little, this is a $20 Amazon step tracking watch. that I got that tracks my steps. And maybe it's doing 1,000 extra steps a day. You don't want to feel overwhelmed with these goals, but you want to set small, achievable goals. I just posted a reel on my social media, on my Instagram, about how those small changes make a big difference. They do add up, they compound, and that they add up. So if you're walking 1,000 extra steps every day, which guys isn't a lot, then in 30 days, that's 30,000 steps. That's 365,000 steps in 1 year. That'll add up and make a difference. So set realistic, achievable goals, and that'll shift your mindset to be able to focus on these small goals that you can do every day and make a big difference in your fitness journey, right? Let's move on to number three. Number three has to do with crushing that whole negative self-talk and self-sabotage, and that's create positive affirmations for yourself. I am statements, not I will, because I will means it's going to happen in the future, and it's always, you're putting in the future, in the future, in the future. But I am as if you are living that thing now. So, for example, if you want to lose 10 pounds, let's just say, and let's say you're 195, you want to get to 185, right? Let's just use that as an example. Then an affirmation for that would be, I am happily staring at a 185-pound body in the mirror, or I am happily rocking my new outfit at 185 pounds, right? A simple affirmation that puts you in a good mood that you can believe. And even if sometimes at first it doesn't feel real because it's not your current reality, but by putting those affirmations out there and saying them or even writing them, or even just quietly repeating them in your mind will program your actions and program your mind into believing it. And you'll see those results. You'll see those things into your life, right? So keep in mind, as far as affirmations, use I am statements so that you're talking in the present time, the present moment, and create some that not even if it's not just for in the area of fitness, maybe in your career, I am joyfully earning a raise this year, or I am happily producing X amount of products or for my business, or whatever your business or job happens to be. It could be in any area of your life. I am joyfully married and enjoying good conversation with my spouse. Anything that involves something that you want to accomplish, right? But if we're talking about your fitness journey, any I am statements that will you can repeat to yourself or write down. Now, as an idea, as part of my morning routine, my morning rituals, I do affirmations, and I don't sit there and spend a long time. I have a document that on my phone, I pull it up on my Google Drive, and I read those out loud, and it takes me a few minutes. And I read them with emotion and I feel them, and allows me to set my mind and my mood right for the day. And that way it reminds me too daily. And don't get me wrong, negative self-talk creeps in. It's not like I'm zen the whole day, things happen or I'm at work and a challenge arose, but remembering those affirmations allows me to break free from that negative self-talk and self-sabotage goes. So come up with a few affirmations that you can use starting now, right? And so let's recap, guys. What are the action steps that you can do to get out of this mindset that's going to keep you stuck in your fitness journey and not see any progress? Number one, you want to change the way you look at setbacks and challenges. See them as opportunities to learn and grow. Okay. Number two, you want to set small, realistic goals that you could achieve, and they compound over time. That'll allow you to celebrate those wins and see the success that you're over time. It's compounding more and more and more. And then you can then grow and set bigger and more ambitious goals, right? And that'll shift your mindset into, I can do this. You have an I can attitude, right? And then number three, practice positive affirmations, I am statements that, and say them and feel them or write them down with emotion. That way you're programming your mind and breaking free from this I can't attitude and changing it to I am this person. I am this fit, healthy person. I am this fit, vibrant, full of energy person. I am this, lean, looks good at the beach person in my bikini or my swimsuit, whatever the case may be for you, right? So use I am statements, guys. So listen, I hope this was valuable for you. Mindset plays a huge role in your success in fitness, and it is one of the founding, like I would say, even the primary foundation for seeing success in your fitness journey. So hopefully you found this valuable, found this helpful, guys. Just remember the correct mindset, the right mindset. It takes work, just like a muscle. Just like a muscle, you got to work it every day. The mind is a muscle too. and work it every day, guys, and you'll see progress just like you do when you go work out. Over time, it compounds, and you do see progress. You do see a difference, and eventually you'll see yourself more and more having the right mindset on a daily basis that will allow you to see success and sustainable results that last. So guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you found value in here and in one of these action steps. Let me know, guys, what action will you be taking to change your mindset? What is the one thing you want to work on that you think will help you make the biggest difference? Thanks so much for joining me, guys. My name is Luis Medrano. This is the Fit Foodie Podcast, the place for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Peace and love, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next time. Have a great Thursday and have a beautiful Friday. Much love. Peace.